Hey guys, thanks for joining us in today's video. This is going to be a demo video of the ultimate Arc setup that you can find today, which is the Sonos Arc with two Sonos 5s and dual sub setup. I'm not going to be talking much today. What I'm trying to do is to try to step you through the process of adding either the 5s and one or two subs to let you hear the sound differences between the few different setups. So what I have here is I have the demo file on the short throw projector, which is right in front of me. It is a WiMAX A300 short throw laser projector, and it is being connected to the Sonos Arc via the HDMI ARC output port. And then from there, I have the two Sonos Sub right in front. This is my preferred setup position with the Gen 2 on the left and the Gen 3 on the right. And right next to me here, what you can see me pointing to, these are the Sonos 5s. Now, of course, this is not the setup that I usually do. I'm just trying to place the mic that I'm recording the sound on in this particular position where it is quite close to all of this. Now, you might get a bit of problem. There is possibly a hum that is going to be coming from the short throw projector because of the fan and where the mic is being so close to it. But otherwise, you should be able to get a relative feel of how this is going to sound like. So what I will be doing is I will be stepping through the Sonos Arc on its own first. Then after that, I will be adding the two Sonos 5s as the rear surround channel without adding the sub still. And then I'll be adding the Sonos Sub Gen 3 to the mix. And finally, the last demo I'll be doing is to add the second Sub Gen 2 sub into the whole mix. Now this whole setup is probably the most powerful and the most immersive and the loudest setup that you can get from Sonos today, with the Sonos Arc up front, flanked by two Sonos Sub and surrounded by two Sonos 5s. Without further ado, let's get to it. Volume at half. This is the Sonos Arc on its own.
This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that transcends from channels to moving around you with pinpoint accuracy. Whether the soundscape sets the mood of a scene,
Come on, you guys, let's go.
or captures the full extent
Do you want to know my secret?
of nature's fury.
Okay, next I will be adding the two Sonos 5s as the rear surround channel. So for those of you who are interested, please just take a look at the screenshots that I have here on how I'll go about doing it. So now, if I go to the Sonos Arc and I connect surrounds, connect, continue. Yes, this is what it's going to allow me to do. And the second one. Yes, move this product. Move this product. Facing the TV, tap the image below that matches the chime playing, matches the speaker playing the chime. So this is the one here. Tap. The whole setup process is now a lot cleaner, a lot easier. You don't have to actually press the speaker itself, because sometimes the speaker could be out of reach. It could be mounted on the ceiling or quite high up on the wall. So this process here actually makes it easy. You don't even have to touch the speaker. Just tap the speaker that is sounding off and where you can hear the chime playing. Sonos 5's added as surrounds now, so let's play it.
This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that transcends from channels to moving around you with pinpoint accuracy. Whether the soundscape sets the mood of a scene.
Whoa! What is this place? Whoa! Come on, you guys, let's go!
Or captures the full extent
Do you want to know my secret?
of nature's fury.
That was the Sonos Arc with just the two Sonos 5s as the surround. Even from outside the listening field, which is right here, I can feel the surround effects. The whole thing is just a lot more immersive. And the sound volume is higher, is louder, and even the rear surround, they have some kind of palpable impact to the sound, especially when the spotlights were being turned on and you hear the boom, boom, boom. You can actually hear it coming from the rear speakers, and these are the Sonos 5s. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add on the Sonos Sub Gen 3 to the mix, and there you will have what I previously termed as the ultimate setup. Now you can see it in maybe the link up here. I'll link up the previous video, but that will be the Sonos Arc with the Sonos Sub Gen 3 and two Sonos 5s as the surround. Let's get to it. Which one? So you can either choose the Sub Gen 3 or the Sub Gen 2. In this particular case, I'll choose the Sub Gen 3 first. But to do dual sub, remember you need a Sub Gen 3 in the whole setup in order to complete it. For now, I'll just add the Sonos Sub Gen 3 here. It has been successfully set up, and even from that chime itself, I can feel the bass notes coming from the subwoofer. Without wasting time, let's get to it.
This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that transcends from channels to moving around you with pinpoint accuracy. Whether the soundscape sets the mood of a scene.
Whoa! What is this place? Whoa! Come on, you guys, let's go!
Or captures the full extent
Do you want to know my secret?
of nature's fury.
The bass, and that's one sub. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to add the second sub, and you'll hear it for yourself. To add the second sub, you actually have to go inside Sonos Arc itself to connect second sub. Continue, and the white one, the Gen 2, is the one that's being unused, so I add. Now the bass is evenly spread across the sound field to the left and to the right. How does it sound? Let's get to it.
This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that transcends from channels to moving around you with pinpoint accuracy. Whether the soundscape sits the mood of a scene.
Pull your vehicle to the side of the road.
Whoa! What is this place? Whoa! Come on, you guys, let's go!
Or captures the full extent
Do you want to know my secret?
of nature's fury.
Now first, you wouldn't be able to see it, but I can see it. I can see the cones vibrating. I've put LED lights behind the subwoofers, and that illuminates the cone, and I can see them going crazy. The amount of bass that's being thrown out is just mind-blowing. And bear in mind, where I'm sitting is about 5 feet away. This is a little bit too close, but I can feel my couch vibrating. It's like there were sub shakers, there were shakers, bass shakers within the chair itself. I used to have one of those, but not anymore, but still it feels like that. Okay, before we end today's video, I'm just going to be a little bit more conclusive here. I will remove the Sonos 5s, and you will hear how the Sonos Arc sounds like on its own with dual sub setup. And following that, I'll remove one of the sub, the Gen 2, and you can hear how the Sonos Arc sounds with one sub on its own. And from there, I will end today's video, and you would have all the demonstration of how this combination is going to work out. And you decide for yourself whether it is worth spending that kind of money, and this is probably going to cost you upwards of $3,000 US to get this set up. If I'm not mistaken, you are looking at about $3,200 to set up the entire Arc with dual sub as well as the 5s as the surround. So let's get to it. So I'll remove the surrounds. Actually, I could have just deactivated it. I didn't have to remove it, but well, the surrounds have been removed. So this is the Sonos Arc with dual sub setup.
This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that transcends from channels to moving around you with pinpoint accuracy. Whether the soundscape sets the mood of a scene,
Your vehicle to the side of the road.
What is this place? Come on, you guys, let's go.
or captures the full extent
Do you want to know my secret?
of nature's fury.
And next, I will remove the other sub. So it will be an Arc with a single sub setup. So final demo, Arc with Sub Gen 3.
This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that transcends from channels to moving around you with pinpoint accuracy. Whether the soundscape sets the mood of a scene,
Your vehicle to the side of the road.
What is this place? Come on, you guys, let's go.
or captures the full extent
Do you want to know my secret?
of nature's fury.
Okay, and that is all the sound demos that you are going to be getting today from my video. I'm sorry I do not have the time today, and especially for this whole week has been quite busy, and I'm also doing some modeling of this particular room here, so I don't have the time to set up my usual measurement to measure the frequency sweeps of all these different setups. I promise you that will be coming up in a video that will be released next week. So for now, just bear with me for a while. I will also put chapter timestamps in the video description below so that you can jump from the demo for the different setups, the different configurations easily, and you can start comparing the sounds. I hope to have brought you enough value. I hope that this has been interesting for you and you're able to get a sensing of what you'll be getting based on the different configurations that you're going to be that you are interested in. Now this ultimate setup is going to cost you $3,200. It is a shocking sticker price. It is not cheap by any count, any consideration. So I hope that I've given you an indication of what you can get, and hopefully it's also more helpful than the Best Buy or the Costco salesman. If I have been of help to you, do consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like for this video. It will help. For those of you who would like to give me a small contribution towards my coffee fund, I'm going to put up my QR video maybe there, probably here. And if you scan this QR code, it will take you to my Patreon account page where you can make a small contribution. So I hope you have enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next week.